Hi! We're live. We're live. Ooey, we're live. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If this internet goes off again, I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you. I already see like there's a circle here. We're live. It's a miracle. We're live. Hello, whoever you are. Welcome. I'm here. I've got my hair still. It's a bit grayer, but apart from that, we're okay. We've had some technical difficulties today, and even when the internet came back up, the laptop didn't want to work. Welcome to Mercury in retrograde. For some reason, my voice was very interesting this morning, and I made a phone call, and they thought I was a man. So far, the Mercury in retrograde's going really well. We're really happy about that. Meanwhile, my TikTok in less than a day has 146,000 views. My whole phone has been blowing up, and because the internet went out, literally I don't know what to do about these emails. There's too much going on right now. So guys, I apologize. I'm really sorry. I need to get a recommendation from an additional Wi-Fi box. The problem I've got is they're all contracts, and I'm not investing in a 2-3 year contract because I'm definitely not going to be here for 2-3 years. So I have to find something that is a pay-as-you-go, that is a good solid option. So I apologize, guys. Jenny, hey, hello again, welcome. Karen, hello, welcome. Rebecca, yes, it is Mercury in Gatorade, you're right, unfortunately. Patty, hi, welcome. Mia, hi, thank you guys for your patience. I don't know what to say. I'm going to give you a heads up, okay, because the next few days are, I'm not going to lie, are a little bit interesting, and I'll tell you why. And it's not just the Mercury in retrograde. There's a sneaky energy planetary wise that people are not seeing. Okay, Psyche is currently conjunct the North Node right now. If you don't know what that is, Psyche is the ego, is the mind. North Node is where you're heading, your destiny, your potential. Okay, now at the moment it's conjunct, so there's a definite potential here for a stretching feeling, as we mentioned over the weekend. But because this is now heading, there a lot of people are going to have this conjunct their own natal Psyche soon over the coming days. And what I want you to do is to be aware of these little tests, because they are they're going to be testing. I'm not going to lie. I phoned up the company while I was waiting, and they don't even answer the phone. It's the one of the two major providers in the UK. They didn't answer the phone. They said the automated line said, we're too busy. Can you call back again another day? I'm not even joking you. And we pay over it's about £100 a month for the services we get here. So that's going to be about what, $120 a month for the services we don't. So yeah, if you feel it already, girl, I'm going to just be very careful about what I entertain, because there's, again, it's how I want to explain it. I'm just putting the chart up because I had a look at this last night and I was like, because you've got to remember we got Mercury that's currently in retrograde in Scorpio, opposing Uranus. Uranus is the planet of unexpected changes. We saw that a minute ago, because the internet, as I say, usually we have a bit of a rough patch when we do the lives, but to have a 30-minute rough patch, and it was so fun. I got a laugh. It was 8:59, and I was like, my finger was about to click the mouse, and within the space of 1 minute of me clicking the mouse, and the internet just went down, and I was like, that's an anticlimax and a half. So depending on where you're, because this is the other thing. for me personally, my sun is conjunct Pluto at the moment, right? Which we know Pluto is about death and rebirth. My Psyche is about to conjunct the transit of Psyche, but also Mercury is conjunct my moon. So I'm like this. Like, I'm trying to be very calm because I'm not getting suckered into anything at the moment. Listen, I was playing around with manifestation last night and manifested a TikTok that got that got basically 150,000 and I just went up by about 2,000 followers. I know that doesn't mean anything, but I was just like, okay. So now the universe is like, can you stop playing with that stuff now? So now this has happened. We're in Libra season, right? It makes logical sense, right? If we're in Libra season, you can't be doing that and then, you know what I mean? Because I'm sat there going, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And so this this is the universe humbling me. I'm going to be real. Oh, that makes a lot of sense with the testing failed miserably already. Listen, I went with this internet. My brother was hiding in his room. My brother heard me and he was like, I could hear him like hiding. Because I think he thought I was going to blame him. He's a Gemini. So he's struggling already with this retrograde. Hello, Egyptian warrior. Welcome. So Rebecca, this poor guy. So guys, the 45-minute meditation I did earlier, we've just proven the point. We need to double this. Yes, I did a 45-minute meditation earlier. Yes. And clearly I need to do double the efforts here, because this next few days, guys, just be aware that there'll be some tests, all right? Especially with Mercury retrograde. That would be anything electronic, communication-wise, short journeys, because Gemini is also about short trips and journeys. So anything travel, communication, internet, anything of that nature, just be aware. And also miscommunication. Hello, Danielle. Welcome. So the other thing I was going to say, there's too much going on at the moment, but I just wanted to say, let me bring up my notes. Meraki Wellbeing, could you email me after the live if you're watching this later? I don't know how much you want me to say, so I'm gonna just not say anything and ask you to email me. JalePsyche@yahoo.com. Hit me up on my DMs if you are not sure what the email is, or if I don't reply. I don't even want to look at my emails right now because there's a lot going on. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I am opening myself up to manifestation classes. If you want to learn how to manifest, now this is not going to be people just doing all kinds of weird stuff. This is us, because if you're not at the stage where this can happen, we're going to have to get to that point as well, because it's not just about manifesting, there's an alchemy that's behind it. So if you're interested, email me, I'll give you the information for that. We've also invested in some new decks, because this is my busiest period, this is my busiest month, and as I've told you before, when people book, I put the money back. Okay, we've got a brand new deck and we've got another oracle on the way. The brand new deck is something that I've had my eye on for a while. The Muse Tarot by Chris Ann. Okay, we know Chris Ann from the Light Seers Tarot. This is the other Chris Ann Tarot, which is the Muse Tarot. I'll give you a little heads up. The Libra reading that is going to be posted tomorrow was utilizing this deck, and the reading's insane. The reading, I was like this. And actually I do something different with the camera, so you guys need to let me know if you prefer me doing it that way or you want me to do it the normal way, because you know, usually when weird stuff happens in the readings, you guys can't see it. This time I'm showing you the weird stuff, right? So if you I mean, don't get me wrong, it's more effort because I'm moving cameras and I've got to be careful where I'm putting my money at the moment. So if we want other Wi-Fi backups, I can't get the additional camera, because let's be real, we're on a budget still, you know. I'm not quite, do you know what I mean? Yes, it is. It's lovely colors, isn't it? Yes, we like a good aesthetic, you know. We love a good aesthetic, you know what I mean? As a Taurus and a Taurus Venus, I love a good aesthetic. Also, I'm wearing a super obnoxious shirt. That's probably why the internet went down. They're probably like, enough with the obnoxiousness, Jale. Can we not? So I feel like that could also be punishment. Hello, Patty Garcia. Welcome, Minnesota. Hope Minnesota is treating you well. I hope all is well with you. Rebecca, the camera thing's ridiculous. Like, I was literally like, but the thing is with the camera thing is you don't get to see my reaction. Until I get 2 cameras, you're not going to get to see my reaction. You just get to see where it's at and me doing the reveal with the card. So the Libras that are watching, you'll see, you let me know. If it happens like that again, I'll keep doing it. But until we get this, listen, the camera's in my wish list. So if someone wants to hit me up with that, by all means. But until we get the 2 cameras and I've got a bit more money, because it's like literally, do I buy the £20 deck or do I buy the £140 camera? You know what I'm trying to say? So we got to be a bit realistic here, because I've got to eat as well. You know, I've got to pay the bills. Like, do you have that deck as well, Danielle? How do you find it? There's I've wanted this deck for a while, and I'm going to give you a spoiler with the other deck that's coming. It is the tea leaf oracle. I was like, I really have to have that deck, so I ordered that as well. I'm also got my eye on the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck that is the Christmas special. Listen, I'm getting all kinds of into these decks now, and anyway. There is also another deck I've got my eye on that is a different level of deck, but it's about £70, which is called the Intuit Oracle, which obviously we can't listen, we got to walk before we can run here. So no worries, Patty, glad to hear it. Oh, you love the color of your shirt, orange, of my shirt. Yeah, I was like, I felt awful today. Nah, it's not that bad. I'm not. This is Libra season for you here. It's my busiest. This is my busiest season. Libra season is always my busiest season because it's in my 10th house and my midhaven, which rules the career. So this is always my busiest period, without fail. Jessica of Better Life is working with the NBC deck. Lovely deck. I've never heard of that, but I'll look into it if I can remember later. Finger Seagull Kipper, my newest. It's beautiful. I think I've got that. Yeah. This one. Is it this one? This is, thank you from the lovely Joanna. This is Joanna's gift. Yeah, I do like this deck. This is a Ciro Marchetti. I do like Ciro Marchetti as well. Okay, so let's I'm calmed down a little bit more now, thank goodness, because I was like this. We're going to utilize the Carl Gray first of all. The good thing is the Virgo reading's already been filmed, so that's not a problem. In fact, it's already been uploaded, so tonight's reading is not going to be affected. It's still going to be posted at the same time. Luckily for me, yesterday my guide was like, film the Virgo reading, and I was like, why? Like, it's supposed to be tomorrow, and they're like, film it now. So because they've given me a heads up, I've now, because usually now that cut off has happened, that would have taken me ages to upload, and then it would have been late for today. And there's a reason they don't want it being late, because of this whole like cut off that we had earlier, and this live being late as well. So luckily for me, they gave me a heads up about that yesterday. So that's always good. Right, let's jump in, guys. Let's jump in. What are the messages, please, Spirit? The incense has gone out. There's always something, isn't there, right? What are we doing with this incense? Where are we going with this incense, Spirit? I need to get a different... there's just way too much going on right now. I need to get more space here because this incense situation is a bit insane. There's way too many incenses to choose from as well, which doesn't help. Apologies, guys. I'll be 2 seconds. I'm wearing a pineapple skirt as well today, so I'm super obnoxious. My brother looked me up and down, was like this. Because it's like orange and blue. My brother's like, the heck is this? Lily, hi. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Judith's retrograde miscommunication cost me 300. Oh no. Wait till after the 3rd, because it goes direct in the 3rd, and there's definitely, you may get something back, because there's, you got to remember we're in Libra season. All right. I'm off today too. Why? What are you off? What do you mean? Oh, you mean outfit wise? I don't care. I just was like, listen, I want to cheer myself up. I'm going to wear pineapple. Okay. My brother's like this. I don't care. I'm wearing it. So you just look at me like I'm some kind of insane person, but there's nothing new there really. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sorry guys, I apologize for all the faffing about. Right, we're going to get started here. Right, let's have a look. Spirit, what is the message, please, Spirit? That's a gorgeous smell. What is that? I think that's the 7 chakras, right? That incense is awesome. Right, let's see what is the message for the collective here. What is it that needs to be? Oh, ha. Look at this. There's no messing around here, is there? Look, romance and connection. What's with the hands? What's with the hands? If you, okay, who, hands up, who's going to be watching the Libra reading tomorrow? Who's going to be watching the Libra reading tomorrow? If you've got your hands up, let me know. If this is you, let me know. There's something about the hands, okay? Because the hand thing came up in the Libra reading. Literally the hand thing came up in the Libra reading. There's something about touch here. This is, again, it's you've got to remember, we've got Virgo, Venus in Virgo. Venus is very much about the touch, right? I love pineapple too. I really love pineapple. I'm craving pineapple as well, and that reminds me I have to buy some pineapple. You can't touch people, you feel emotions. Okay, let me break that down for you. Spirit's like, Jale, go easy there. I'm trying to be easy because I'm in Mercury in retrograde, but I'm going to be very honest as well. At the same time, everyone's like that. Oh no, we can't handle it at the moment. So for me, I absorb everything. When I was uploading that TikTok that had 146,000 views, I couldn't move. And when everyone was watching it, I couldn't physically move because I felt every single person that was watching it. And my head was, it was one of the worst headaches I've had since I came out of that bed that I was in for 3 years, because I can feel everything. And so Spirit was like, listen, you're going to play around with the manifestation, then you're going to understand why. Because I was playing around and I was manifesting last night. I was like, oh no, I'll put it here. And I get, again, it's, there was an effect, cause and effect. It's Libra season. Same with the universal order. Libra is about universal order. So because of that, my head was really bad. But this is the thing you got to remember: your higher self won't allow these experiences unless it's needed, unless it's necessary. It's preparing you. Okay. Now, let's say, for example, the next time I upload, it's double that. I'm going to be used to that. My threshold has been broken through, right? Remember, we've got Psyche here. So I've uploaded that and manifested it while there's a conjunction between Psyche and the North Node, which is people's mental processing. So if I'm putting like some kind of ridiculous energy out on the internet, and then people's minds, it's getting people thinking, of course I'm going to pick up on it, you know? So if you can't touch people, you're being guided to touch people, because what it's going to do is it's going to increase your awareness. It's going to increase your scope, right? Because if you don't, you're kept in that kind of pocket of energy that doesn't move. And so my advice would be is to get out there and do it, because it's going to, it's about moving that threshold and pushing through. That's not going to, some people are going to sit there and be like, are you mad? Yes, if that's how you want to view me, yes. But it's for your growth. We come here and we shift, we move, we evolve. Okay, we evolve because we're ideally in a constant growth. If we're not in a constant growth, what are we? We're either stagnant or we're in reverse effects of that, which is aging, which is the aging process. So if we move, and I'm not talking about moving for the sake of moving, I'm talking about looking at these thresholds, because this is what this whole retrograde period has been about, is understanding our limitations and bursting through them. And you may sit there and go, well, you know, that's a bit much. Why do you think I'm manifesting? I want to challenge myself. You know, I don't want to sit and, because this is the thing, now that that's had exposure to 150,000 people and I had to sit and absorb all that, how do we know that me absorbing that energy hasn't created another shift somewhere? You're welcome. Yeah, this is about, because don't forget, with the Psyche and the North Node, don't overthink it. If you, because this is the thing, my South Node is in Taurus, which means I'm very used to a comfort zone. And I'm a Taurus sun. I'm a bull. I'm not moved. I don't move unless I need to. I can be lazy. I'm going to hold my hands up. I can, if my heart's not in something, you know, if I've got to iron 100 different things, I have to force myself to do it, you know. Or what is another thing I'm not a fan of? Washing my car. If I need to wash my car, I'm not gonna, do you know what I mean? If I know I've got to pump the tires up or do something on my car, because I don't know, top the oil up or the windscreen wiper, I have to force myself to do it. I'm no expert, but I've learned to be more compassionate. Feeling others' emotions can be overwhelming. Meditation is my go-to. I mean, of course, feeling others' emotions can be overwhelming, but like, I'll give you an example. I'm doing these readings and I absorb everything. So when I come off this reading and I finish my work that I have to do, I will sit for usually 2 or 3 hours and remove the energy, because I know what spiritual maintenance is about. If you're an empathic person, you don't need to limit yourself. You just need to be on top of your maintenance, your spiritual maintenance, especially if you're a light worker. If you're in this 2020 age, if you're a light worker and you're not doing that, there's a problem there, in my opinion. There's going to be an issue. If you, because I'm seeing readers here going, I've got this, that, and the other. I've got that, and that, and I'm like, do you do maintenance? You know, and it's like that. How can that's? I mean, I get it. We're teetering on a balance, but especially at the moment with this energy, I'll give you an example. The last 24 hours after work, I didn't sit and have a social life. I sat and I had my salt bath. I made sure I totally cleansed myself. I was playing Solfago music in and doing my own sort of cleansing. So it's that's my recommendation, is to really step up. I mean, I'll give an example. I'm definitely not going to only do a 45-minute meditation now. In fact, after this, I'm going to do my normal cleansing to remove the energy. Then I'm going to do another meditation. And by the way, guys, Rebecca, I'm not sure if you did the unicorn meditation, but I did that today. And it was really good. Steve Noble's got a new meditation up. I would definitely recommend looking into it if you haven't already. I don't know if you've already done it, Rebecca. But it was very good. But it just reminds me that I'm going to have to do more meditation, because this energy is ridiculous, in my opinion. So romance and connection. The hands. There's something about the hands. The hand chakra. It's why my cards do what they do, is my hand chakras are open. And okay, yes, I've attuned to a Reiki. Okay, I have Reiki attuned, but it wasn't like that before. This is my own technique that I use. You'll do it later or tomorrow. Yeah, I just wondered if you'd done it. It's not like I'm not asking you should do it, but yeah, I would do it before tomorrow though, but it's up to you. Yeah, so let's see what other, so we've got the romance and connection here. Why are you telling me that? There's something underway here. No, I should and will. Thanks for reminder and heads up. Not a problem. Something's underway. Do you know what they're showing me? They're showing me the normal. Okay, this is how I, not always, but sometimes when I'm doing a cleanse, I see everything energetically, and I can see, you know, the ties, connections, the red strings of fate. So I can see other connection points as well between one person and another thing. There's all the normal connection points here from A to B to a certain situation, but there's a secret hidden link that is being highlighted here, and it's being drawn out from Mercury in retrograde, but it's to do with a connection. They're all smiling. Let me just tap it. It's gold. The gold thread. This is different from the red string of fate. This is a gold thread. You've seen and heard about the red string of fate. This is gold. It's unbreakable. It's transcendence. Gold is, it's something that has been alchemized energetically, that is, you cannot, there's no breaking it. And not only that, but it's being hidden, so only the right people can see it. That's how I'm being given it. And it's being, it's something that was forged between two people that is being brought out in this energy. There's something about this energy that is highlighting that. I'm done. I don't even need to read anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Expect miracles. The hands with the gold freaking background. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. We don't even need to read anymore. We know the deal. I'm done. I can't cope with this energy. I can't cope with this energy. I can't cope. Why do they do this? The Libra reading is insane as well. I'm like, can you not do, like, this is why people want me to start doing extra stuff, because it's like they think it's some, and I don't mean to do it. And can I just reiterate this? I don't see, when my guides want me to, if someone asks me to do something like that, my guides are like, no, Jale, your ego. And I'm like, yes. So, but then they do it anyway. And I'm like, well, why are you making such a big song and dance about this? Danielle, be careful what you wish for, girl. Be careful what I'm telling you now. Be careful what you wish for at this, in this stage of the game. This stage of the game, girl. I'm telling you now. I overshot with the manifestation, and I was in bed last night going, my head. My head, I can't handle what's going on. I can't handle, I can see everything. 146,000 people looking at my TikTok. I can't handle it. I can feel it all. Oh Lord. So you know the deal then. If you've manifested it, you know the deal. You know what I mean? If you've manifested it, you know the deal. Especially if you haven't, if there's something that you've overlooked, then you know. Then you know. Then you know. Look at this. You can't make it up. We're being asked to be humbled here, ease and grace. They're like, Jale, you cannot sit and play around with this energy when you've got freaking Psyche conjunct your North Node, and it's about to literally conjunct your natal Psyche. And we need to be balanced with this. The expect miracles is to not limit your expectations, but we got to be clever. We can't be sneaky. And you know what I mean? Because you got to remember, I know how to work and move energy. Okay. And my guides were like watching me do it, and they're like, Jale. And I'm like, yeah, I know what. They're like, no, you're overshooting this. And I'm like, no, I'm not. You see? And so now I have overshot it, and I was in bed going, I can't, my head. There's too many people looking at it. I'm being watched. Oh, I'd shuffled that the wrong way. What a wally. And again, if you're not sure what that means, it's English for silly person. Yeah, it is too much. Exactly, too much energy. And Mercury retrograde. We're going to be getting this quite, unfortunately. A few people dropped off as well because they're probably thinking this girl's insane. Right, let's jump into the tarot here, guys. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what is happening. Just FYI, if you're watching the Virgo reading later, it's insane. I was like, it's insane. Let's see what's going on here. You're telling us about expect miracles and ease and grace. I can't handle this. Why? I can't handle this. It's too much energy, man. Oh, ha. I'm telling you now, I'm scared. I'm scared. Virgo moon. Yeah, we've just had the moon's just conjunct the Venus transit. Guess what's poked itself out? The Wheel of Fortune. And it's got the moon on it. We're about to have a new moon on the 16th. That should be fun. In Libra. I'm just hearing the new moon ends it. Oh my, the new moon ends it all. The new moon ends it all. The wheel turns. The wheel turns. Love. Expect miracles, ease and grace, love and connection. The new moon. This is too much. Like this energy. No wonder they wanted me to wait to go on. I feel like I'm going to spontaneously. I can't handle this. Listen, my TikTok, I can't even dip. My phone's, I've had to turn my phone off. Oh, Joanna, bless you. Girl, I'm telling you now, this is not an easy energy. This is not an easy energy. We got to surrender to this. Okay. This is in itself a test. You've got to remember the bigger picture to this, right? The universe is working in our favor. It's putting us in a position that we need to be. And I'll give you an example. If you are being stretched to your limit, what it's doing is, and it's not deliberately trying to do that, is we're being rebalanced as a collective, okay? So that when the connections come together and things start moving, that there's a balance, because otherwise it's not going to work, right? Hey, Clara, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope all is well with you. Yeah, it's not an easy energy. But don't forget, you're so close to Scorpio season, which is in a couple of days. And that's where, because Scorpios I mean, don't get me wrong, it can be a bit bittersweet, Scorpio. Coming from someone, I've got my North Node in 8th house and I've got a Scorpio moon. It can be very intense, right? And I did warn everyone that October into November is going to be an interesting energy. And this is where and I know that doesn't sound great, but you got to remember, with the rebirth comes Sagittarius season, which is again at the end of November, which is about healing and rebirth. The full moon on the 31st is the hunter's moon, going after what you want and getting it. The hunter gatherer. It's the security element. Taurus is that security element, isn't it? So it's a hunter moon in Taurus, which is, again, apparently I've been told it's the first full moon on Halloween in 25 years. So apparently. So there's a very rare occurrence here. So we've got I get it. You've got an expectation and you want to reach that, but there's going to become a time where you're at peace with that energy because you're in alignment. This is about getting you into alignment so that you are at peace. If you're still holding on to dear life, remember what we said in the last reading about ego. And I get it. That's not easy, because I fell for it. And let's be real, my sun is in 5th house Leo, and I've got a Leo South North Node. So we all know that my ego likes a bit of a rub from now. You know what I mean? So I got to be careful with that, Any recommendations how to surrender? I struggle with this. My head keeps spinning and racing. I think it's about understanding why the need to have things a certain way and what that connects to. For me personally, I'll reference it to myself, is control. First of all, I was programmed to feel like I had to do it because my upbringing was very controlled. My parents are very like they're very strict. So I have to recognize there's a programming element there. So I have to deprogram myself. And usually by talking about control, you go out of your comfort zone, and then that'll help you with that. But also it's about present mindfulness energy. When we're looking at something in the future and there's that anxiety energy, it's because we're fearing the future, right? Or if we're looking back, maybe we've got depression, we're looking back because we're analyzing anything. It puts you in that kind of conflicting energy. Mindfulness is and meditation are two, especially mindfulness, staying in that present moment, that's what got me through my TV experience. If my guides weren't the guides I had then, and I didn't understand how to do mindfulness, I wouldn't be here. I would have lost my mind. I'm going to be real honest with you. So this is what I would recommend you do. You're making a cup of tea. So you're walking into the kitchen, you're taking a step at a time. You're surveying the cupboards. Where's the cups? Which cup do I want? You're walking over and opening up the door of the cupboard. You're surveying the cups. You're taking in which cup that there is to use. You take the cup, and so on and so forth until you've worked all the way through that. You're not thinking about Bob up the road who's got to go and drop in £5 because he's come and helped you wash the windows, or the dog walker needs £2 because she, you underpaid her, or your wages aren't going to be coming in yet because things are. And Carol up the road, she's living by herself and you're going to pop her around some food or whatever because you're scared. It's none of that. It's just in the present moment. It's in that one step at a time energy where you're focused on you in that moment. That's it. That energy, that again, and you can research mindfulness because that's going to really help you. And if you feel like your mind is pulling you into something in the future or the past, you bring yourself back to the present moment. And breath work is also another really good one where, oh, Lillian, I'm so sorry, bless you. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, it's I was hoping that the other notification would have come. The other thing as well is meditation is going to be really useful. If you aren't meditating, that is also going to be a very clear indicator as to, because that's how I know how I need more meditation time, when I'm still doing that, and also I will, for example, if I'm only doing guided meditations, I will stop that and I will do more of my own, like the kind of listening to that meditation music, and just because sometimes guided meditation, you're past that point and you need to do your own, your guides will work on you and connect with you more. Yes, I would, especially at the moment, that's going to be and if, let's say, for example, you're not used to meditating, it's any routine that you have, okay, when you get up and brush your teeth and get in the shower, it's another thing to add in, okay? Don't forget, I trained as a psychotherapist and a hypnotherapist. It was part of my training to meditate, because I have to put myself into hypnosis, because I have to learn how to put other people into hypnosis. So I have to understand the state of the mind and the waves and how that all generates in order to do I don't do so much. I do past life regression still, but I have to still understand it. So for those people who are not used to it, of course, it's like anything else. If you're not used to it, it takes time. And people, what they do is they start meditating and then they get annoyed that they can't do it, or they fall asleep and then they give up. Don't give up. Don't give up on it, because it's connecting you back to. I'll be really honest with you. You've seen the last few lives. I'm like this and like all over the place. Imagine me without any meditation. Because that's when you're going to, this is now why I say they didn't know what to do with me as a kid, because I was nuts. Literally, the photographs of me as a kid, I wasn't in them. There was a freaking dot of movement because I didn't sit still. And listen, you can probably sit there and go, you know, that you should diagnose with either ADHD or something. No, that's not ADHD. I was just connected to upstairs. And if I'm getting all this energy through me, I'm like, people always interfere with my meditation and then I'm all over the place. Listen, I'm going to be real with you. In this house, it was impossible to stay calm throughout the whole of lockdown and do my work here because no one was working. Everyone was living it up, doing all these pub quizzes and all this other stuff while I was trying to work in this room. And it was a nightmare, right? Now I could sit here and be like, yeah, it's all their fault because this, that, the other. You got to remember, this is as above, so below. Your inner peace doesn't need to be affected by external factors. If you're giving them that much power, then it will affect you. So for me to, and I had, don't get me wrong, that was not easy for me to understand, but because I was fuming. But you've got to remember, if that's happening, there's a reason for it. It's to help you balance as well. It's to help you balance, bring and cultivate. It's about a sheer, you know, a very solid vision of what your needs are, a discipline. This is why I really respect people that are professional sports people, especially people that like do boxing and stuff, that are extraordinarily disciplined because their mind has been trained. And I sound like my guide now, but you've got to remember my Saturn moved into Virgo. So they were like, here we go. The discipline is going to be, especially if you're working with this, if you're a light worker, if you're not disciplined. And listen, I'm not the most disciplined person, but for this, I have to be, because otherwise I end up having to deal with all the energy. It's the spiritual maintenance. I am on it, you know? So just be aware of that. Okay, so we've got the wheel. Thank you for the likes, guys, by the way. Where are we going with this here? I'm seeing 0 to 100 miles an hour. I'm seeing 0 to 100 miles an hour. Literally, but it's emotions. This Wheel of Fortune. Thank you, Patty. That's very kind. This new moon, it's about an offering. The Page of Cups. Can you see there? This is I'm not going to lie. This is intense here. This is intense energy here. Did you feel that? When I zoned in on that card, I felt that in my stomach there. This is okay, look, can you see the heart here? We've got the fish, right? There's someone that's acknowledging feelings. We know that with the heart center, the Page of Cups, it's an acknowledgement of feelings. I don't know why this is going out of focus now, but anyway. But this is different. This is deeper than that. It's not just like here's my cup of love. Here's this, here's that. This is someone seeing and understand. This is an awakening. This is an awakening. This is an awakening. You do not get, look at this. It's a freaking clearing in the woods here with a light shining through it like a freaking a ray of sunshine into the solar plexus chakra. This is a spiritual awakening that someone is having. Can I just say, on the 21st of December in 2020, there is actually a final eclipse of the season of the year, which will be closing out the eclipses in the Sagittarius and, sorry, beg your pardon, the Cancer, Capricorn eclipses from December, Cancerian season in July, and also December. And as you know, the Cancer and Capricorn axis is the tree of life, which is responsible for all generational evolution on the planet. because you're talking about strands of DNA upgrades and like the evolution of bloodlines and stuff like that. So there's a stretching of humanity, which would make sense as to why in Libra season we're also being stretched. But this is about an awakening. And on that day, there's a very special ritual that's taking place on Uluru, which is in Australia, which is the solar plexus of the world. Okay, because we have chakras on our bodies, but we also have chakras in the world, which are energy points that govern certain areas. That marks, I'm going to be honest with you, a mass awakening of people. But this connection here also marks another mini awakening. If you are in the energy here where you feel like you're being stretched and pulled, and think about when a baby is born, does the baby just kind of walk out and be like, da-da? No. The baby doesn't just walk out. The mother certainly doesn't feel that the baby, well, I mean, if the baby walks out, there's a freaking issue there, right? But this is a birth, this is birth. This is not, you know, and if you're not feeling that, no offense, but personally, I would like to feel this, because it means I'm moving into something else. There's a new energy coming, and not all the time new can be like, da-da, you know, lovely and beautiful looking. Sometimes new can be difficult, because the freaking rewards at the end are worth it, because it's moving us into that energy. This is that. This is that energy. It's the sun through the trees. It's the freaking light coming through the clouds. It's the coming to the light at the end of the tunnel. It's all and it's everything. It's all and everything. Expect miracles. This is exactly what they're trying to tell us here. And look, remember what I was saying in the last couple of readings? We're looking this way, it's coming that way. Look at the perspective on this card. It's showing they're viewing it from a different perspective. They're looking down because they can see. We're here and we can't see it because we're here. We're in the thick of it. This is your spirit team giving you a notification to say it's coming. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because if you're not ready, ease and grace. Doesn't have to be pain. It doesn't have to be the worst, you know, scenario. The balancing act, and the roses. How many times have we talked about roses? And if you remember the Turkish proverb that I posted on my Instagram, if you don't already follow me on Instagram, is x_Jale_x. It is a Turkish proverb that I posted the other day, and it says, for the love of a rose, the gardener becomes a slave of 1,000 thorns. Because you're cold. What did I say as well? The rose, you don't pick a rose before it's ready, because you've lost the bloom then, don't you? You pick the rose when the rose is at its heightened state in the most beautiful form it can be. We're all working through that process. We're in that process. This is about that balance, that heightened state. Can you see she's standing? It looks like a rock, but it could be a diamond here. 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of miracle, the 9 of materials. Again, more hands. This is spirit handing you. Again, more energy around the stomach area. This is also the Knight of Pentacles as well. This is an offering. 9 of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles is about abundance, is about independence, is about being offered what you want. Being offered what you want. Finally, the wheel turns. The wheel turns. Being offered. Expect miracles. Being offered what you want. The horse is delivering it. Now, this to me looks like the Chariot's horse. Because don't forget the Chariot, and again, this is also Cancer energy, which is the eclipses around Cancer season. And remember when I was telling you in that month, listen, things are going to happen here and you're not going to be prepared, and we've got to just appreciate the fact that nothing's happening. This is it. This is the happening here. When I said, oh, the feminine is the white horse, The feminine is the white horse, and the feminine is leading. We're going to wait for the masculine to come, or the masculine within the self to try and balance that out. Because remember, the chariot is the two horses that are driving in unison in one direction. So if you don't have both horses on the same level, you're not going to drive in the same direction. Look who it is. Look who it is. Look who it is. Coming to deliver. Coming to deliver. Their part that they're playing. Coming to deliver the right energy. The wheel turns. The wheel turns. Expect miracles. As you can see, she's lit up here. She's not in a state of confusion. She's lit up. There's a very clear energy here that's been provided. This has been balanced out. This has been balanced. In fact, you may even have more than one option here. Because look, the horse is offering one, but she's got two. You may even have more than one option. There could be more than one blessing coming here. It might not just be to do with, is that you asking a question, Clara? Clara, you're so cute. Is that you asking a question, Clara, or are you acknowledging me? I'm trying to work out which it is. If it is you asking a question, please, you don't have to do that. It's honestly fine. Is it it's the hand thing, right? It's the hand thing, the hand-to-hand thing. Let me know. I can't wait for my balance. I'm claiming it. You got to claim it. You can't. You got to seize the moment. It's like when people go, oh, I tell you what, I'm going to start my, this is actually an ironic example here. I'm going to start my diet on the 21st of, the 1st of January in 2021. Now. Prepare for, do it now. Do what you can now. That's my recommendation. Bottom of the deck, the Hanged Muse. This is the Hanged Man. This is actually enlightenment. Can you see? We've got the three pyramids. How many times have we referenced three over the last few weeks? Father, Son, Spirit, Holy Spirit, the mind, body, soul. Father, mother, child. Mother, maiden, crone. The three is also a very significant number in the Bible. Just FYI. Can you hear my throat's going a bit weird? Did I tell you I phoned up someone? I phoned up a company earlier, and they were like, "Thank you, sir, for your time." I was like, "Hang on, yeah, my voice. Something's going on with this." But I think they're trying to. They're playing. Something is happening with my throat chakra. I think I'm getting an upgrade, but I'm sounding a bit like a masculine energy right now, so I apologize. Hanged Muse. This is enlightenment. The Hanged Man remains in a certain position until there's an understanding. Until this is an awakening. This is someone is going through an awakening. A masculine is going through an awakening. There's a million other faceted levels to this as well, but that's, I love these cards. These cards are really, wow, that's awesome. Well done. Oh, why am I only shuffling part of the deck? That's weird. Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Can you see? We've got the lamp, the genie here. Wish fulfillment with the diamonds. What did I say earlier about the diamonds? Can you see that there's been a process of where these diamonds have actually reached from up here, and they've slowly moved from above. Look that way. Do you see what I'm trying to say? There's all kinds of offerings coming here, but people aren't seeing them. I think some of it's done deliberately to throw people off deliberately, because I think they enjoy, half of them, I don't think they're enjoying it, but I think it is must be kind of amusing to watch everyone be so confused, right? Because they're forgetting who they are. Because we come here, we're souls, we live a physical existence, we forget exactly who we are. And there's so many times I read for people and I'm like, do you know what you're capable of? And they're like, no. And they're like some super intense, like they've lived every like they've been on every life on the planet, and they've got ancestors that walk with them that are from every single lifetime ever. And it's like they've been in every major scenario ever in every lifetime, and it's like they are powerhouses, and they're sat there, they don't remember it, and I'm like, what? You must have some memory of this. And they're like, no. Expect miracles. Look, she's looking up, and look, this is being sent from up here. Can you see it's coming from up here? And it's also it's the ground, so there's a grounded element to it, but it's being manifested from above. Essentially, we're talking also, that's also a reference to the tree of life, because you've got Sandalphon on the crystalline, and then you've got Metatron on the universal grid, that they're both working together. This is the tree of life's function, usually, is that manifestation. So we're talking about a humanitarian evolution here. And everyone's like, I can't get my freaking, and there's me going, I can't get my freaking internet to work. Yes, because we're going for a major human evolution. This is going to be written in history books, with kids growing up going, the 2020, the era of Libra season in 2020, they're good. This is what I'm trying to say. It's massive, but people are in it trying to like understand, oh, well, this isn't working for me. Yes, because this is not meant to be easy. We came here because we're designed, we came here for the point of doing this hard job. And even if we don't remember it, we're here. We got to just do what we can do, No one's expecting you to be in charge of this. As much as we've got to balance this out, as much as like this is expect miracles, they're not saying, you're single-handedly expected to do everything yourself. What they're saying is that you're one piece of a collective energy that is growing into this beautiful energy. As you can see, it's not just one. There's a multifaceted energy. It's not just you that's responsible for doing this. Yes, well, exactly. Golden rays, golden threads. Why does that look like an artichoke heart? Why does that look like an artichoke heart? And I don't know why, but why is that significant? There's something about an artichoke heart that's going to be really super significant symbolic wise here. But you're right. Yes. Golden threads. There's a lot of that energy. And again, with the emotions, we're talking about very strong, deep emotions here. Sandalphon. How did I say it? I don't know. I don't remember now. Sandalphon. 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 I say it fon, I think. Danielle, your left side of your head. There's something going on there. I don't know if you've been having headaches, but that's the feminine side, the creative side. We've got the Four of Cups. The Seven of Cups. Did you really? Good fibers, good for digestion. I don't think it's a physical. I think it's a spiritual, symbolic reference. I've got a feeling, because it doesn't feel dietary to me. And to be honest with you, I bought some stuff for detox that is actually going to be very good, but because I want to cleanse the metals out of my body, because again we're moving into a crystalline energy here, and I need to get that out of my system. And it's the quickest thing. I posted it on my Twitter. If you want to follow my Twitter, it's at Jale_. I post stuff on there as well. Artichoke heart. Artichoke hearts. Spiritual. Spinach dip. I don't think we need. I mean, that sounds good, but it's a symbolism of peace. Artichokes are a symbol of peace. And I'm going to be honest, it's in Egypt that this is a symbol. So there could be an Egyptian past life reference here. It represents hope, peace, and prosperity. The architects have a tender heart at their core, which is protected by strong layers of leaves. So you're talking here about something that was divinely protected. Something that was divinely protected with the gold string. Divinely protected. The masculine, divinely protected, is protecting the feminine, divinely protected. Okay. Okay, let's see what this is saying here. Oh no, I've got this song in my head now. I knew that would happen. The hearts are actually yellow. Are they really? So it's not ready yet. So it's not ready yet. This looks like it's a raw one, right? Unless it's not an artichoke heart. No, it feels like it's raw. Listen, my mind has been blown away since the freaking day dot of being on this planet. I don't even know what to do with myself at the moment. So do you see what I mean now about reinvesting in new decks? Because to me, it's like opening a different door up here. Mercury in retrograde. Mercury in retrograde. It's not ready yet. Mercury in retrograde. Of course it's not ready yet. Someone feels very under pressure for it to be ready, though. Because I'll tell you why. This is leading into the next point. We've got the 10 of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Inspiration with the Ace of Materials. That's someone that's extremely under pressure. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. I'm seeing this as a choice. I mean, Quintina, I wouldn't say it's bad luck. I mean, to be really honest with you, my first set of cards my mum actually bought for me. Because I think she thought that it was me being like, I think I was about 11. I think she thought that I was being like, you know, it was a fad. So I remind her of that every day. I'm like, do you remember you're the person that you're the one? She's like, I don't remember that. Yeah, convenient. That's a convenient excuse. So personally, if you feel very strongly that you shouldn't be buying them for yourself, then don't. But if see, I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to tarot reading, people are like, don't ever read the tarot for yourself. You should never read the tarot for yourself. I would say you need to go with your own instincts, because for me personally, I don't go on that. I don't listen to that, right? But if there's something in you that's telling you that that is not a good idea, then listen to it, because everyone is different. You've got to remember, that's how I interpret that. I mean, I don't know how else I would have said it, though. I don't know if it's because I've got an unusual name and that's maybe why, but I'm trying to work out how else I would have said that, you know? But I'm glad I pronounced your name correctly. That's making me feel a little bit happier about that, you know? Can you see the Queen of Cups has got, it's just literally below her throat chakra and above her heart chakra. She's got that open portal, which is the area of that unconditional love. It's that energy point, right? It's very similar to this Page of Cups. So it's like there's this activation going on here, right? But do you notice with the Queen of Wands, there's no gold, there's no activation. It's a coloured string. In fact, it's a rainbow coloured string. This feels like karmic. This feels like a karmic. And this here Feels like the divine feminine with this. Can you see on the surface layer here, you've got the golden threads around her crown chakra that she's divinely connected to, and she's wading in that water because she's comfortable with her emotions. She's at ease, and she's, well, can you see they're holding that kind of fluid energy here? It's a very fluid energy, and as you can see, she's kind of coming to bloom. It's a beautiful deck, isn't it? This is the new deck that I've got another one coming as well. If you want to have a look at my wish list, the Amazon link is in there. By all means, I do accept, you know, if you want to buy a deck for the stream, let me, you know, by all means. Can you see her third eye as well? It's gold. She's connected. There's a connection point between all things here. And she's in her depth of her emotions. She's below the surface. She's feeling it out. Scorpio is very much that energy where it's not quite there yet, but you can feel it out because there's a depth. Scorpio, this is very strong Scorpio energy, in my opinion. We're about to embark into that. But this energy here, I feel like it's more karmic. It feels to me like someone is knowing they've got to release a burden here to move towards their person, because the gold thread. This is the gold thread, you know. That's how I'm reading it. Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. Reunion. Jupiter. She's wearing a mask. This is an inner child energy as well. We've just, in fact, Jupiter goes into Aquarius. I think it's December, January. There's definitely something about this eclipse around the end of December here, but if there's a struggle, it's inner child based. But there's also something about this blue moon here as well on the 31st. Because can you see, it's like she's tied into one point in time here with this energy that is not quite resolved yet. That's possibly the missing piece here, is that there's an energy. Rebecca, yeah, I know, right? That's got me right in the stomach as well. I'm not going to lie. It's that, isn't it? It's like, oof. Listen, you wait till you do that freaking, you wait till you do that meditation, man. They give you a little unicorn at the end as well. Don't need to, it's not like a spoiler. It's like usually you get something from these things. But yeah, I have a little unicorn with me now. It's kind of cool. I'm like, I enjoy this. Yeah. I'm getting super emotional, and the song I heard was someone is becoming very aware of how they feel they weren't before. It's like, I can't not do this. I have to do this. Yeah, it's can you see she's got the sun behind her? This is a little bit ego energy as well. It's interesting. In the Ace of Pentacles, she's holding the flower, but there's a block. Can you see that wood that's through? So it looks like she's about to pick the flower. Like I said, when the flower blooms and it's ready, you pick it. But she's blocked. The time's not quite right here, when there's needing to be some recalibration. Soon, though. Soon. Go easy on yourselves while that happens, because this is not an easy energy. I'll be really honest with me. I'm not going to sit and be like, this is so easy, because it's not. I can 100% guarantee you, because this is the thing. This is the sneaky bit, is as soon as you think it's getting easier, it isn't. That's the bit I don't like. I'm like, you get all comfy and then suddenly something else happens and the rug is moved totally out from underneath your feet, and you're like, the heck? It's like I went to click live and then the internet cut out, and I was like, you know, like, what is that? Okay, let's do one of our favorites. the archetypes, and then we'll wrap the reading up. Thank you for the 10 likes, guys. I appreciate you. I feel like you're reading my energy. I hope I'm reading for everyone. That's the idea. Right, let's have a look. I hope so. I hope this is helping. Otherwise, I did think about that last night. I got in my feels. I was like, I don't know if I'm helping people, and I don't know if it's going to be good, and I don't know if it's. And then I was like, Jale, come on, this is a bit ridiculous. Then I ended up stepping in and going, because I'm. Can you tell that I've got a Libra midhaven? Because like this energy is really. I need to do more meditation. Otherwise, you're going to see more of that. I'm telling you, that's me in my natural energy. I'm like, the tear. Who's upset here, guys? Who's upset? I mean, it's good to honor that because then we're healing, but don't be too in that because, oh, I'm getting someone real emotional energy. You're my favorite. You're amazing. That's really sweet. Thank you, Danielle. Okay, the thing here. Listen, you can't do this to me. I'm about to close the reading. Oh, I'm going to guarantee you one person is about to have. This is a mind-blowing thing. This is going to be a significant message for at least one of you here. The mother and the poet. Thank you so much. That's really sweet. The mother and the poet. Someone's pain is filtering down from their family situation. Oh my goodness, why are you getting me in the feels right now? Listen, I can't even talk. I feel like I need to cry. Hang on. It's getting me there. It's getting me there. Let me try and not cry. Oh my Lord. Okay, hang on. So this is someone's ancestor that's coming through. There's a freaking lot of ancestors that are wanting to come through because someone needs the reassurance here that you are not alone ever. You've got people championing you to the point where it may seem hard. It may seem like there's no hope. She's holding on to something here. She's holding on to something here. It looks very illusionary. It looks like there's a kind of depth that maybe is not understood, but it will be. You must keep going with this. You've got a lot of spiritual backing here. They're saying the door is about to open. If you've come up against a block, you have to keep going. Like, please, if at any point you think that this is not going to happen, you must. Like, don't let anyone talk you out of it either. Do whatever you do. Do not let anyone talk you out of this. You need to come out of this box. This is that point of reference here. Can you see it's inside of a box? There's a little gem here. The light. This is the light. The self. This is you slowly piecing yourself back together. The light, it always comes through in the end. Always. Doesn't matter what you've done, what you think you've done, what you aren't deserving of, what you think you're not going to get. The light comes through. We've got a cave here. This is usually dark night of the soul energy. This is usually shadow work. It's the same little gem that we saw. Okay, looks illusionary. We've got a gape. I'm going to have to look up the meaning of that because I keep forgetting what that means. Okay, so it basically means surprise. Wide open in surprise or wonder. That can't be it. That doesn't look like it's there. It's a Greco-Christian term referencing to love, the highest form of love, charity, and the love of God for man and man of God. Yeah, it's about the highest form of love. Greeting with affection. Why? Why? This is to show affection to the dead and vice versa. I'm not even joking you. It says the verb goes back as far as Homer, translated literally as affectionate, and as in greet with affection and show affection for the dead. Other ancient authors has used the form of the word to denote love of the spouse or family or affection for a particular activity. So this is your spirit team in your family upstairs who are trying to prepare this surprise. And don't forget, expect miracles. This was your reading, guys. Hopefully that's been of some help. Thank you so much for your likes. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Don't keep going. You've got to keep going. All right. Don't give up. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.